Hello everyone, Big Money here with the monthly update on my stock investment challenge that I started at the beginning of 2025. June was rather positive, ending with over 7% in gains. Things are looking quite optimistic for the rest of the summer, despite all the geopolitical tensions that we are witnessing. Let's see what happened, how my portfolio is progressing after 6 months of starting this project, and what I expect from the near future. In my last video, I said that I would expect the rally of stocks to continue with a few shakeouts along the way, depending on global news. Well, there was no shortage of major headlines that dominated all the narrative in the last few weeks. That being said, the last piece of news was a trade deal between China and the US, which propelled both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 to an all-time high. This means that the panic sell-off right here was quickly corrected to the upside, and the bullish momentum had a good chance of going on. Other positive impact was the performance of some major tech companies like Nvidia and Micron, and also Tesla demonstrated its robotaxi solution, which made a quite optimistic mood to take over the markets. It's quite interesting to see that we have a pretty strong seasonality in the markets, and if I check the previous 2 years, it is clear that the second quarter is usually spent in an uptrend, and this is more or less in line with that. Let's see the changes in my stock positions. There was another dip in the price of Wizz Air, and I took the advantage to dollar cost average into this basket. Right now, my exposure is exactly where I want it to be. If it drops further below, I might be adding a few more shares here just to improve my average entry value. I'm not worried about Wizz whatsoever. I know their development strategies. I am confident that they know what they are doing, so I don't mind the occasional drops in the price. When is this going to recover? Well, I think that as soon as we see some stability in the Middle East and air travel can resume normally, especially with the summer holidays around the corner, I think that by the end of this year, we will be in a comfortable position. I also had a new entry with Cooler Technologies. It caught my attention when I saw the news about Cooler adding Bitcoin to their treasury reserves. I checked what they do and I was pretty impressed. Their profile is lithium batteries, thermal solutions, and apparently AI-powered exoskeletons, which is, let's be honest, pretty dope. This opens up a lot of possibilities. I can easily see this being used widely. Right now, Cooler trades at around $5 to $6, and it has potential to do a 10x multiplier from here. I am going to do some further research about this workforce aiding exoskeleton industry, as I truly believe that this will be a transformational business segment, and I can easily imagine that sooner or later these devices will be mandatory to use in certain factories where labor protection and health safety is important. Now let's go to the technical side of things and see what the charts are telling me. Obviously, the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 are both at all-time highs. I think that we are going into price discovery mode at least for the next couple of weeks. We will see some green candles. But then, some profit taking will need to happen in order to maintain a healthy uptrend. I mean, it cannot go upwards all the time. Some good news can happen in the near future about the Fed interest rate decision. The numbers suggest that Jerome Powell will be in a position to consider cutting rates soon. How soon is the million-dollar question. It can be this year or the beginning of the next, we'll see. I actually don't expect any groundbreaking news to happen that could disrupt this bullish structure that is forming after the dip. So the month of June was quite alright. My balance is coming close to $6,000. I have no intention to take profits for the time being. It very much seems like even those type of news which used to cause massive havoc are pretty much ignored by the market and take it as a part of everyday normal routine now. The point is that the markets are optimistic for the future and they see deals being made, negotiations going on, etc. In other words, it appears that there is progress and there is hope for a better global economy. This is what the investors focus on, and for the time being, they are ignoring all the risks. Alright guys, this was my monthly update for June. I hope you all enjoyed this lovely summer. See you in a month's time. Until then, take care. Big Money out.